Hey folks, welcome back to the Dyson Sphere program. Last time we completed our work on Clement Star 1, getting our processing factory up and running, or processor factory up and running, and we brought a rich harvest back with us. I also made a quick mall trip off camera to get topped up on some of my materials and buildings and whatnot. That was pretty boring, so I didn't see a point in putting it on stream, or on camera. We are going to go ahead and dump off our harvest of processors. So we can see there's about 80 here. And if we dump these in, now we've got, looks like 5,000, which is the max this can hold. That will make 2,500 purple cubes for us, because the recipe for purple cubes requires 2 processors for every cube. And we've got a little bit extra, so let's dump that here for now. Let's have these make their way into the tower as they're required. Here's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another 1,400, so that's another 700. We've got a little over 3,000 cubes that we can play with now. So let's take a look at the tech tree and figure out what we want to spend that on, and then we'll have to at some point make another trip to get more. So, here's the tech tree. We definitely want to finish universe exploration so we can see ore reserves of planetary systems within 6 light years. We've already got that 85%, so we'll say that leaves us probably with 3,000 flat to play with. What else do we want to do here? Mecha core would certainly be nice, but that requires the green science. Communication control, additional construction drones, again, would be nice, but not, like, super important. Same with, like, mass construction. This is currently working. I would like this, but, again, it costs stuff we don't have. Drone engine. Drive engine? What is this? 3 astronomical units per second mecha warp speed. I don't think we need that. I mean, we'd like to have it eventually, but we don't need it. Energy shield. That's defense. We don't super need that. Solar sail life and ray transmission we don't need anytime soon. The final pile sorter upgrade. Load and unload simultaneously. Well, we don't have the green science for that. Distribution range would be nice, but I don't think we need it. Let's see. Logistics carrier engine would be very nice. This would speed up our throughput on logistics drones, logistics bots, and logistics vessels. Unlocks logistics vessel warp. So we do actually need this. We need this to be able to have our ILS travel between star systems. So I will enqueue this. That's 1,000 of our 3,000 purple cubes queued up. Now, I think all my queues are full at this point, so we'll leave that, and we'll keep in mind we've got about 2 grand to play with in terms of purple cubes. Hopefully we'll remember that. So, in the interim, we're going to head back to the mall and continue working on that. So the mall is starting to really come together over here. We'd like to keep working on our buildings to have them available. I checked out the stuff we set up, and it's like already filled up the depot. We were gone for like 4 or 5 episodes, and it's just completely full everywhere, which is fantastic. It's exactly what we want. So probably more than we'll ever use on some of these, but that's fine. You can see here we've got thousands of Tesla towers. For some reason, the wireless power towers died out. Let's check out what that's about. They need... yes, we have a bottleneck on plasma exciters. So we probably need to make another one of these, like another production plant for this somewhere. We'll come back to that idea later. Anywhere we have shortfalls, the mall will actually help us find it quite easily. Thermal power plants, you know, solar panels, geothermal power stations. We've got thousands more than we can ever use. Mini fusion power plants, again, this is limited, probably due to, yeah, another shortfall, the supermagnetic rings. That's okay, we don't need tons of those. We've got a bunch of these have been made. The accumulators. These seem to be a little bit slower. This hasn't filled up in the time we've been gone, but that's certainly a lot of accumulators. Mining machines and water pumps. What do we have here? Oil extractors. So if we go into collecting, oil extractor was the last one, and next up would have been, I guess, storage? Is that right? Yeah, we did all of our power, then we did all of our collecting, so next up is storage. So we'll set up a line to make depots, depot mark 2s, and storage tanks right here. We'll get started. Okay, so to make depots, we need iron and brick. Shouldn't be too hard. Let's set down a manufacturer. You're gonna make me depots. Yep, you need iron and brick. So I don't think we have a menu for Mark or a blueprint for Mark II stuff, for Mark II buildings. So how have I done it here? I've just very simply, right? Okay. Let's set this up and copy it for later use. So we're just going to have a depot here and here. Then we're going to have one input and a second. And we're going to have some sorters putting our raw materials in, taking our raw materials out. We're going to have some logistics distributors. They're going to be set to request. And we're going to leave it blank for now while we make the blueprint. Request. And then, do we need power? I guess we probably do. Let's throw down a Tesla tower there like that. And then, yeah, we'll just take this as a blueprint now, right? All right, so let's Control C. Zoom in a little bit. We're going to take you and you guys. And this is going to be, I believe, 2 sources? I don't remember the icon for this, but let's call it 2 sources for now and save that. So we have 4 sources, has the Depot Mark II. 3 sources has Depot Mark 1. So what do we put here? I mean, what do we put here that helps us understand? It's very simple. Maybe... what could we do here? Just maybe a sorter Mark II? That seems fine. Save changes. Now, can I rearrange these somehow? I can't seem to sort these or rearrange them. Oh, we have new empty blueprint, new blueprint book. I didn't realize we had blueprint books. Create blueprint, back to previous directory. We're at the top directory. Okay, so we can... books are basically folders, right? Interesting. And show an Explorer would presumably take me out of the game and into Windows Explorer. We don't need that. I would like to be able to sort these or like drag to rearrange, but apparently I can't do that. Maybe if I make a new book. Let's make a new blueprint book. We'll call this Mall Sources. Okay. Save changes. I could put some sort of icon here, I guess. Yeah. So like sorter Mark III and a depot or something like that. And that kind of looks gross. Let's just save it like that. And then we'll go 2 sources. How do I move this into... Do I save this as... I guess I have to do it like here? If you enter blueprint portfolio, automatically create a folder, save the blueprint. So you can't like drag and drop, huh? All right, well let's change this to mall sources / and save changes. Okay, so if I come in here, it's there. Okay. And then we'll save this as the same. Mall sources / new blueprint 009. Interestingly, it puts them in reverse order, which is not exactly what I wanted. All right. Well, we can still make it work. Mall sources / new blueprint. Okay. So we've got our blueprint. That's all well and dandy. Let's go ahead and... Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the output here. Oh no, I'm putting them both... I put them both on the same... I put them both on the same belt. That's not good. So we need to fix that. Okay. So let's Control-C this. And we'll save it as mall sources. Crap. Quit. Where? What did I name this? New blueprint 013. Okay. Control-C. Let me zoom in, make sure I'm getting the sorters as well. Okay. So you're going to be 013 in mall sources, right? I need a space. There we go. Okay, save blueprint. Okay. I think we're good now. So you need iron ingots and brick. Let's get that set up. You're going to be iron ingots. You're going to be brick. Okay, so we should see those coming in here to make depots for me very shortly. There's our output, and we've got a new blueprint. All right, next up in... Oh, I skipped over logistics and went straight to storage. Well, I guess that's okay. I guess we'll do storage real quick, and then we'll switch over to logistics. So this requires steel and brick. So let's just get this one, get this one down. We put you down. You're gonna make Depot Mark II for me. Then we need an output. We need our new blueprint here. Goes like this. Very nice. Okay, you're gonna be brick. And you're going to be steel. 4 available routes, 1 out of range. Yes, so you should now be making Mark II depots. And then lastly in storage, we have the storage tank, which takes iron, brick, and glass. Okay, so that's a 3 sources. Let's plop down our manufacturer. Set our production to storage tank. That looks good. Then we'll get our output. We'll build our 3 sources blueprint. Like so. Okay. And what do you require? You require iron, brick, and glass. Okay. Oh, you know what? It looks like we didn't include the sources here. Or the logistics distributors. So let's get that set up and fix that blueprint. Request from others, and I'll actually just copy you like so. 1, 2. Okay. Now we'll recopy this, and we're going to overwrite the existing blueprint, which is new blueprint 009. All right. This is good. We're getting more and more effective at understanding how to use these blueprint systems. Was it 009? Mall sources. There we go. Save blueprint. Okay. So you need iron, brick, and glass. Let's get that set up. Iron ingots, brick, and glass. All right. Very nice. There's our storage done. We're already seeing some outputs here. And I'm actually going to top up. Look at this. We've already got 50 of these things. All right, let's top that up. Same for you. Oh, I've gotten too many somehow. What did I do wrong here? There we go. For you, we'll take these 22, and we'll get a few more a bit later. Now, let's see. Is anything wrong over here? We've got our glass. We've got our brick. I forgot to set the steel, or... No, wait. Iron, brick, and glass? Iron, brick, and glass. So brick and glass is fine. Looks like iron is the problem. How's our iron looking? It's a little on the light side. So interestingly, we probably need another input here to make this go faster. Or rather, we probably need like a backwards pile sorter. And then it should be able to quadruple the input, right? That should help things out. Will it? Or is it... Let's see. Yes, that seems to have helped a little bit. We might actually want... like, because how much do we have here? This isn't running low, right? Yeah, this can get topped up quite a bit. I think we want a higher belt speed here. That seems better too. That's really going to help out a lot. Okay. That'll output quite a bit more. This should be filling up quite quickly now. Faster than the bots can take it. Okay, that looks good to me. So we doubled what's coming out of the tower and we're stacking it so it can get into this depot faster. We should be good. It is taking it almost as fast as it comes in, though. We've got a big demand for iron ingots, it looks like. I wonder if I shouldn't upgrade this to... I would have to build a lot of these, though. How many tiles is this? Can I upgrade this again? Now, see, this is interesting to me. I thought... I'm not sure we got everything there. Yeah, this is Mark III. This is still Mark II. So that was not really... That didn't really work. And then, why is it that some of these are 4 high and some of them aren't? I was under the impression this thing would hold... Well, whatever. I mean, it works okay. It must be having trouble with the fact that we're not like fully Mark III here. How do I get more of this? I would need some of the super magnetic rings, right? And I think that's another bottleneck for us. Or would it be? Well, hold on. We have some. Let me take a few at least. Let me really quickly craft some of this. Seems like we were limited by graphene. I know there's more graphene here. What's going on here? So we're crafting up the Mark IIs to make the Mark IIIs. Is that what's going on? I don't need to be crafting Mark Is. Let me stick these in here. And then... Okay, so we got 120 of these. That's enough. Whatever's going on in the background, that's enough. Let's come over here and finish upgrading this and see if we can get this resolved. Because parts of this have not been upgraded. There we go. So the whole thing should be Mark III now. And we should see... Now, I'm still confused why we occasionally don't see full stacks coming out. Like, I was under the impression that the way this thing worked was that it could... It could, like, auto stack anything, or automatically stack things to 4. So some of them are getting stacked, and then some of them are just going through without being stacked. Like, isn't it holding something here, or... What if is it because I made it too long, or is it not long enough? Let me try something here. If I get a pile sorter, and instead of going like that, I go like this, does that change things at all? No, it still sometimes outputs single stacks. I guess I'm not sure how if I understand fully how this works. The pile sorter. I guess maybe I need the last upload, something about loading and unloading instantly. Maybe there's some kind of like, there's some time when it's loading and other things are passing through, I guess. We're getting a relay on Clement Star 1. That could prove to be a problem. But I think we've largely solved this now. No, it's still really low. All right, well, let's add some input then with another sorter or two. Let's just load in as much as we can as quickly as we can. This should help with that to some degree. Now, why don't these appear to be working? Very odd. It doesn't seem like these guys are pulling anything in. Oh no, it is working. Okay, it is getting better now. All right. Yeah, there's some weirdness in the way the animation works here. Because it looks like this is the only one that's pulling anything in. I guess they are animated, right? So that means they're working. The green arrows are moving. So I guess that is working. All right. Slowly climbing, but there's a huge demand for iron ingots here. We might actually be better served by setting up another station here to pull in more. Let's do that. That's a good idea too. This is why that's why I had this line here. The idea was eventually we would need more, so maybe we need more right now. Let's add to this one as well. And let's see what happens there. So now, yeah, now we're really pulling in everything we can get out of the tower as quickly as we can get it. Has that slowed the input here? No. Okay, I think this is going to solve our iron problem now. I think we're good. That's 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back, but I think I've learned some things. I figured out a few things. So that's fine. Yeah, lot of demand for iron here. And we are now seeing the storage tanks come out. Very nice. Okay. So what do I need? I need conveyor belts. I don't have conveyor belts, and I don't have them here because we haven't done logistics yet. We just finished up storage. We're gonna have to go backwards to do logistics. And so one thing I should do is go check out. I set this tower up to do logistics, I think. And now it's in the wrong place. Yeah. Let's dismantle you. Get you back. That's fine. And we'll move you over here. Where's logistics? Transportation. We have one planetary logistics station. We'll set this down, like, here, I guess. And then power it up and get it ready to go. You are going to have your drones, and then you're probably going to demand the Mark I conveyor belt. I think you are going to demand it, and we're going to go build another tower at my existing production facility to supply that item here as we start to get into logistics here. One other thing we should do is figure out what we want to queue up after logistics carrier engine. We completed one piece of research, and so we have a slot to queue another. We have 2,000 blue cubes left to play with, so this is going to get the warp, the vessel, the logistics vessel warp, which we definitely need. Going back into technology. Drone flight speed is less important. Yeah, we were looking at some of this stuff. Vertical construction could be nice, but we could go quite far at this without worrying about purple cubes, so I'll come back to that later. This is queued. This we can't do. Logistics carrier capacity. We'd like this, but it's not absolutely necessary for interstellar stuff. I would like to upgrade my vein utilization. I don't think we need research speed yet. And the rest of this is like weapon stuff, right? Combat drones, space fleet, planetary shield. So, yeah, the next thing we need to do is go back to technologies and find the green information cube. Quantum printing unlocks plus 50% replicator speed. That would certainly be nice. And I'm guessing this is the Mark III assembling machine. We don't need that. This requires green science. Vertical launching silo. Launch Dyson sphere components with a small carrier rocket. Dyson sphere stress system. We don't need that. Where do I get green science? Probably down here. So, wave function interference gets us the plane filter. Crystal explosive unit gets us this. I don't know if this is used. This is a type of weapon, maybe? Plane filter smelting. That requires green science. Mesoscopic quantum entanglement and gravity matrix. This is what we need, right? So what do I need to... there's a prerequisite here. Is it quantum chip? That's got a prerequisite as well, this wave function interference. So this is 200. That puts us at 1800 purple cubes left. Okay, we're gonna have to wait a bit to continue that. Let me get over to the side of the planet where I have my conveyor belt production. I'm trying to remember exactly where that is. I think it's like... yeah, I don't remember. Was it over here? Yeah, I think it's here. Yeah, so I'm making it here. Okay. So if I want to get to that part of the planet, I travel this way. I don't think I went far enough. Let's see. Here we go. So this guy is making me, and it's actually a pretty small little factory here. Looks like we've run out of iron for it, though, and we've run out of iron for this, which was, I think, making steel. Yeah, we've tapped these veins. So, realistically, it doesn't make sense to keep any of this. There's, like, a little tiny bit of iron left. But you were making iron and gears. And the other ore was coming over here to make more iron ingots, which were being fed into this to make steel. Looks like the gears are going somewhere to be used. You were being used to make motors. But I think we're making those on another planet now. And then this is feeding into what? What were you? You were making sorters for me? This whole production chain is like shot now. Unless I find more iron. And why would I want to? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. I think we start tearing some of this stuff down. So... let's see. To make these level 1 dealies, we need iron and gears. And gears are made from iron ingots as well. So we need an iron source to make these. If I look at the planet, what do we got in terms of iron that's not currently being used? I think we're using most of the resources on the planet at this point. We got stone veins there, crude oil, iron veins. There's 16 iron veins here that we could use. And I wonder if we should. That seems sufficient. Plus, if we need any coal or anything, there's some of that here. There's no copper, though. I mean, we might as well set up to use these veins, because otherwise, like, if I just say, I can't... What do we got? 16 iron veins? Some of them buried. We've got crude oil nearby. I'm trying to see if there's anything else. I don't think so. More relays landing on Clement Star. Okay, why don't we come up here and recreate our... Does it make sense to do it here? I mean, we should use those veins for something. So we can set up here to use these to make Mark 1 conveyor belts. Mark 2s require the turbines, which need motors. Yeah, this is a more involved production chain. But we can build the Mark 1s here, I guess. The conveyor belts, and then at some later date, like, I guess I'm going to set up a tower here to send the completed Mark 1 belts. We don't need that many, right? All right. Let's just make some Mark 1 belt production here. That seems fine. And then we'll throw down a tower as well to send it to the other side of the planet. And maybe we come up here and get some, like, we'd have to use the oil by itself here, or maybe the coal in the oil to do something. But there could be a use for a tower here. So let me make one. What are we doing? I'm making a bunch of... Well, I don't need to do that. Let me get some processors out of here instead. Okay, now can you make me a tower? Yes. Okay, there we go. So we'll throw down a tower like here. We're near this iron, this coal, and these oil products. It may only be used for this one thing, but if that's the case, I guess that's not the worst thing that ever happened. All right, let's throw you down. You're going to take in conveyor belt Mark 1, and you're going to supply it to whomever wants it. Minimum load of drones, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that looks fine. We'll power you up later. I guess we'll come like here and throw down an assembler or two. Maybe two, because we're going to need some of these to build the higher tier of item, right? So you guys are going to make belts for me. How many are you going to make? You'll make 45 recipes per minute, which is going to be times 3, so you'll make... together, you'll make 6 times 45, which is 3 times 90, which is 270. 270 belts per minute should be far more than we need, I think. So let's copy and paste you. Let's get your output line ready. You're going to come down here. And feed into the tower. Like so. Okay, that looks good. Let's get your outputs. Okay, that looks fine. So what do you need? You need iron and gears, right? So you're going to do 45, you're going to do 90 recipes per minute together, which means you need 180 iron ingots and 90 gears. Let's do an input line for iron ingots. Smelters. We need 180 iron ingots, and you can do, I believe, 60? Yeah, 60. Okay, so we need 3 of you. And then we also need the gears on the other side. We need to reverse this path, I think. Yep. Let's get our second line here. Is this the way I want to do this? if I... No, you're gonna be the output line, right? You're gonna be the output line. So you come around like this. Like that. Okay, then we get another set of smelters. Sorry, production smelters. We need 2 of you. I think 2 should be enough. We need 90 gears, right? It's not done in a smelter. So it's done in an assembler? How many gears can you make? You can make 45 gears. And I think we need 90, right? Yeah. Okay, so we need 2 of you. And you're gonna need to be fed from... You're gonna need to be fed from smelters as well. So actually, where does it make sense to put you? Over here, I think. So we'll have iron ingots coming along here, right? And then we'll pick them up with these guys. And then we'll output a line back here. That'll come and deliver the output. So you guys are going to output gears onto this line. You're going to input iron ingots from this line. You guys are outputting iron ingots. And then we're going to need additional iron ingots. So this is producing 180, mainly for these 2. These guys are going to pick up the slack, which means they need how many? They need another 90 iron ingots per minute. Because they're going to do 45 each is 90. So we need another 2 smelters. All right. That'll do all the iron ingots we need. They'll do the gears we need. They'll do the belts for us. So we've got inputs and outputs. You don't have your inputs and outputs. Let's do that. So input iron ingots and input gears. That looks fine. Okay. So now we just need a line of iron ore iron ore coming in here on this side. Like so. Okay, let's do sorters. Iron ore goes in. Out comes iron ingots. And then the ore requirement is 1 for 1. So each of these is doing 60 per second. So 60, 120, 180, 270. Wait. 60, 120, 240, 300. We can get 300 ore per minute on this line, no problem. All right, let's get this powered. That looks like it's going to cover the majority of things for us, and one over here should finish the job. Yep, that looks good. Okay, and then we need a power tower here. This could be in danger if we don't set up some sort of defense, I guess. It could be at some point, but we're usually here and we can respond to new problems. All right, so then we've got our iron. We need 300 ore per minute. Let me... How do I... Restore veins. Bury veins. Restore veins. There we go. Yeah, there's quite a bit here. Okay, we need 300 ore per minute plus redundancy. Let's throw down some collectors. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna need more foundation, looks like. Mining machine. Okay, there's 180. And let's get the rest of those. So some of this will be double tapped. Hold on. What's actually been tapped out here? Can I squeeze you in somehow and get like... So wait a minute. If I bury the veins over there, can I then place this? Is that how that would work? Is that how that works? Hold on. That could be... I think I just figured something out. So if I want to bury veins and I like bury these... Then can I place this down here? I can! Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. I need a very small size here. Let's get something like that going. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so let's say I put this here to get these guys. Yeah, like this. There we go. And then what if after placing this, then I want to raise them up? Can they come back now? I guess to a degree they can, but the ones underneath here can't. Huh. Okay. Well, that's more than enough. Let's go ahead and route these together. That looks good. Then we'll do this one. Join you. Seems good. Couldn't hurt, I don't think, to throw a pile sorter on. Couldn't hurt, right? But we shouldn't need it. 360 ore per second saturated should be more than we're taking in, so I think we're fine there. Let's go ahead and throw down a power tower here, a power tower there. Let's get these all connected to the network. Like so, and then where's the nearest place that I actually have stuff? Over there? Okay. Come on, somewhere. It's working somewhere. There's something there. There we go. All right, so the ore begins to flow. We should see a saturation here. Very nice. Okay. The iron ingots begin to smelt. The gears begin to stamp. And finally, conveyor belt Mark 1 begins to enter into production. And begins heading towards the tower. Now, do we have enough belt capacity for the output here? You're going to be doing 45 recipes per minute, which means, what, 90 recipes per minute for both of you together? And you output 3 items, so that's 270. Yeah, okay. The belt should be more than sufficient. And then over here, yep, it's already in transit back to the mall. Fantastic. Okay, so a small little build here, a little smiley face of production that is going to automate our Mark 1 conveyor belts. When we come back next time, we'll head back to the mall and hook this up, and then we'll build little production chains to take the output, along with some other local resources that we have over at the mall, like the turbine to produce Mark 2s, and then maybe even Mark 3s, although, yeah, magnetic rings are still a bottleneck for us, so maybe not quite those. We can set it up, but it won't build anything for us for a while until we can address that shortage. So that's going to be it for this time, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I appreciate you, your comments, and your views. It really makes it worth doing to know there are people out there who are enjoying what I'm doing and like listening to me spew my thoughts out in this like rambling stream of consciousness as I play video games. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.